G'day everyone. Barkarati is now brought to you by Disruptor Marine Marketing, using AI to help your marine business grow. And our friends at Radix Nutrition, the most technically comprehensive nutrition products ever to exist. Unlock your potential with Radix. G'day listeners, welcome to the fourth of Barkarati the Sailing Podcast, Sydney to Hobart Skeds for 2025. What are we, day two, morning of? We had a great Sked 3 yesterday. We made all sorts of predictions and said this morning is where things are going to be coming true. So I'm going to reach out and ask my two companions on the show, Mr. Brett Perry, BP, welcome.
G'day everyone.
And
yeah, well, let's crack into it.
Then Mr. Sam Hunt, also substituting in magnificently. Also to talk about that. Welcome to the show again, Sam.
Good morning.
Good morning. See, so professional, just like that. Boom. Good morning. Well done. So, boys, lots of predictions made on Sked 3. It's Sked 4. We said some things. Nothing happened overnight. There's nothing.
Not much. Well, I can tell you the first prediction we made was everyone wanted to be hitting that Tasmanian coast wherever they could, and that's happened. So let's tick that box, Sammy.
Absolutely, they have. They've tried to crawl along to the west of the rum line.
Yep.
So we predicted that, obviously, and get around the top side of what Jordan so perfectly named the Cauldrons.
Well, it wasn't my naming. Tim Beaver came up with that.
Yeah.
Or the Eye of the High.
The Eye of the High. So if we're looking in line on a sense, we've got a classic battle going on the front. I did say yesterday, and I actually said the other night in the Palace, keep an eye on Scallywag. Well, we've got our eye on her now, haven't we?
Yep.
She's hit the front, and there's three boats within 0.2 of a mile. And as I heard Gordon Bray name this race on his start line broadcast, he called it a Blue Water Blockbuster.
Blue Water Blockbuster. Everyone's having fun with the wording, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, 3 boats battling for line on us.
There's no question that it's a blockbuster, and I can tell you who's sniffing at their heels. That Lucky, she's not far away.
Yeah, they've done amazingly well, the Lucky, yeah.
Mm. And I do want to say, while we're talking about Scallywag, thank you to all our listeners. I'm up to about 642 messages about Scallywag being in the lead. I appreciate everyone making sure that I was aware of it.
How are you getting all these messages? Where's that going to?
Oh,
Gordon Spencer.
Different things. I get them. Yeah, a lot of direct. People can find me in the world. I'm not hard to find.
You give out your personal number to everyone.
Never once. I get stripograms come to the door quite often.
That's why, yeah. Okay, so anyway, where were we? We're talking about line on us. We pushed the little line on us.
Oh yeah,
so
okay.
It is crackingly close. We're talking about hundreds of metres. I did receive a shout out, obviously, to our good mate, friend of the show, Dolly DeVola, sent me a video of some stuff going on, and it was a very cool video of Scallywag cruising comfortably, code 0, staysail, full main, obviously, on port, heading south, and you could see the other 2 boats right there. So it's classic yacht racing, and we're going to have a pretty cool 12 hours, I'd say.
Yeah. Well, they're all through the eye at the moment. So if you look, the footage. I think we shared some footage earlier this morning of a complete glass out there for a while. But now all 3 boats, our lead boats, so Scallywag, Law Connect, and Comanche, are basically within a few hundred metres of each other in a line, doing about 14 knots. Lucky's another couple of mile back, doing the same speed. Also, a few more miles further back is Palm Beach 11. They had a fishing net wrapped around their keel and rudder during the night, so they had to back off. It took them about an hour to get that off the boat, is what I've been told.
Frustrating.
And then if we go back a little bit further, sort of just coming out off Binalong Bay, the St Helens area, Celestial, she is still sticky at the moment, just starting to pick up speed now. So she was pretty low before, but she's doing 9 knots. But we saw the boats doing basically nothing for a while. So yeah, and then there's a large gap, and they're all sitting in Bass Strait or coming into Bass Strait. But as BP said, heading as far west as they can before running aground.
Hard west, although when we do go over to IRC, it looks like they're making gains, but I think there's going to be another little rubber band effect come into play in the next couple of hours. So we're going to see those smaller boats sort of potentially slow down again, but they definitely will be in, as you just said, Sam, they will be in northerlies and surfing conditions longer. But how long is it going to take for them to get to that? Because the way I'm looking at this at the moment, from sort of Celestial down, down the coast, they're just going to build up speed. They're going to be building up speed nicely, and they're going to get a break. And is that break going to be big enough for the boats to be spending the next 24 hours downwind?
Yeah. Let's see. That's the big question. There's some.
It's a big question, isn't it, Sam?
What's interesting to me is seeing those line-honors boats right in on the shore, right near Bicheno.
Yes.
You don't normally want to have yourself there in that spot on these races, like in my experience in these races, but they obviously got a lot of info. They got a lot of
they must have been listening to Bar Karate last night, Sammy.
And they've got some big brains on there. And but I just wonder if they're going to stop in Bicheno for some crayfish. It's a great spot. It's such a good spot. Beautiful.
There. It looks like Sammy Hump's picked up a gig as Tasmanian tourism ambassador overnight.
There's a fantastic pub there. It's a good view. They're going right by it, and they can't stop those 3 leaders. They just cannot stop. There's too much on the line.
I love it.
Yes,
I love it.
It's definitely going to be interesting. I mean, ultimately, if we talk about those 3, because obviously, it's going to be one of those 3 to get line on. Of course, we haven't mentioned yet overnight Law Connect with major mainsail issues.
Oh, yeah. The new speed.
That's a big one. Wow.
Yeah.
So, I mean, considering they've done that and they haven't really lost anything. So obviously there must have been a fair bit of becalmed going on with everyone.
I think there's a fair bit of sticky tape that was on board too, by the looks of it. They must have done something.
They had a lot of sticky back that they were unrolling. I was amazed.
Yes, and, I guess we don't really want to go too far into that because ultimately, we're talking about pretty solid bit of kit there, and so obviously my point being is that there must have been some fairly light airs, obviously for them to do it, number one, but also to not lose much. So. They, if you look at this, it's basically 400 meters or whatever you would call that, half a mile between the 3 of them.
Yeah,
and they're all heading in 160. They're all heading 160 approximately. So it's a drag race, and they're all.
The question I have is, how did they tear that mainsail? I heard from one source that maybe they tore it while they were shaking a reef, but it looks to me like damage which has been done either while it's been reefed or something, but it's very strange.
In a reef zone, is it? You reckon?
Yeah, it's sort of at the back towards the leach.
I was wondering if it's
below the first reef.
As they're shaking, it's hit a runner block or something like that.
Yeah, possibly.
That's
and then they've and then they've put the mainsail out, but it's still got a hole in it. Like it's still got at least 1.5 meter hole in it. Yeah.
Yep. I guarantee there's a bloke up a halyard sitting there trying to work on it.
Yeah. They're not showing that on the tracker right now, but
Dylan.
The only saving grace they've got for them for the next 12 hours or so is it's going to be, not too heavy. It's going to be downwind. You may see sort of 15 knots, maybe a bit more.
Yeah.
But it's downwind, so ultimately, you sort of, okay, it's not perfect, but hey, it could be a lot worse.
You know what? I reckon the whole of the results is going to come down to how quickly that high moves to the east. I think I think it all swings on that. If it goes pretty quick,
didn't we say that a couple of days ago before the start of the race, James?
Well, yeah, it's pretty major system. It's good fun, isn't it, going to Hobart, because there's so many little things that can happen. So that's what makes it exciting.
If we recap what we sort of discussed the other night was before the start of the race was that high, whatever you want to call it, the cauldrons or the eye of the high was going to be a massive window to get through. And as we can see it at the moment, the top first 6 boats have gotten through, and 6th of that boat is was the IRC favourite. Well, still pretty potentially is in a good position. So that's the 6 boats we know are through, right? So it's what happens now for the next 12 hours, and the next Sked, is going to be critical, obviously, because we're going to see it either build or either be a roadblock.
I do love. I mean, sorry for just focusing on the line on us to everyone, but distance to go: Scallywag 115.8 nautical miles, Comanche 115.9 nautical miles, Law Connect 116 nautical miles. It's just insane. We thought it'd bring everything back together and make a few decisions. The other thing we probably have to mention before we get too deep into waffling on is another prediction we did make yesterday, especially in Sked 3, was that we were concerned about the scribe for the retirements and that they may get a repetitive strain injury. We're at 33 retirements as of this morning, which is major. That's a lot of boats. So it was a pretty tough night for a lot of boats, is the simple way of saying it. And there's every reason in the book for retiring that's on the list there. I do want to say I had noticed there are a couple of skipper's discretion retirements, which I think, I don't know, I'm going to say it in a way, I think you have to commend that because, we don't want anyone suffering and or dying. And if the skipper makes that decision, that's a well-considered decision. So, I don't think that's a bad thing that people are making that decision. I think that's smart. So we don't know what they're going through.
Agreed. It's been a tough night. There's been some notable retirements like Mistral and Ambition and Cat Winchar, all boats that have been talked about as sort of possible winners. Certainly double-handed, and overall Cat Winchar. Yeah,
but they're still, some of those boats were still in heavy southeasterlies.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, you think you look at where the lead boats are, they're all enjoying summer down the coast of Tasmania. Well, they're all these boats we're talking about are, we're all in 20 plus 25 knots of horrible southeasterly still.
Yeah. So Ambition,
great race.
Ambition, that 42-footer was Chris and Lockie Dare. They've got hull damage, so I expect probably a bit of D-lam in the bow as we talk about slamming.
Yeah.
Cat Winchar, I'm not sure what it's skipper's discretion, as you say, Jordan, but I'm not sure which. Well, I don't know if you've heard anything more from Speezy.
No, I haven't, but I can tell you that would be hard work, that little thing.
As he said, it was very low to the water. It's got low freeboard, that thing. So toughing it out. And Mistral as well with a crew injury. From what I understand, one of the crew has a broken ribs from hitting a winch or something.
Oh,
a bit heinous.
Oh,
yeah. But hopefully,
it's uncomfortable work, and we know for anyone who had broken ribs before, you don't want to be out banging in a boat with broken ribs.
Another one was Unicorn. Is the old Assassin?
Oh yes,
VP. You'd know that boat, the former winner of the Hobart race, but modified heavily, and what are they retired with pulpit damage, which something. Anyway, it's a strange one, but yeah.
Anyway, so yes, as you say, 33 boats retired, and obviously glad that everyone is all okay. If you are injured and you're getting yourself back to safety, do so, and thoughts are with you. But it is the great race.
I do. I think it was, I'm trying to remember if it was Dave Roberts. No, it wasn't Dave. I can't remember. I think it was someone off White Noise. They gave us a bit of grief about calling it the Sydney to Harbour race, and he said that one hurt a lot because they didn't make it past
that was the race they were in.
Oh, goodness.
Very good.
We all know a few people who have been in that race.
Oh, Brandon's good.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't mention your name. I didn't mention your name. I know others.
Yep.
Oh, I've always got out the harder.
Anyway,
my worst one was night one, but anyway. So anyway, line honours. We've got a lot to watch and a lot to play out there. Shall we flip on over to
IRC?
To Tattersalls.
Yep. Yeah, that's
take it away.
Margaret Rintoul.
Sammy Hunt.
Well, I mean, looking at Margaret Rintoul, they're doing so well. I think that the Simon Cunnington sloth, he's put up a post on Instagram, pushing hard. Leading. He's got a screenshot on Instagram of them leading point score the IRC, which they're obviously cock a hoop about that one, but they'll, as we've said, they'll start to. They've still got 300 miles to go.
Yeah,
and they're well out in the bass, so they've got a couple of nights at sea.
Yeah, they're going to get headbutted, but hey, they are in the lead. They've started a cracking race, but
and then you've got Callisto, Smuggler, Celestial V70, Lucky, and then Sticky, and then that's a Cookson 50 with a fixed keel, and then No Limit and the double hander Leon in 8th, and then it goes on from there. So you've got a pretty broad spread from Division 2, 1, 0, 5. And all over the place.
And one of the ones that poked their little nose in there this morning was the Mighty Love and War, Sam.
Up to 12th. From what I'm looking at, they're up to 12th.
Well, they got up to 4th. They got up to 4th there in one of the ones.
Yeah, right. So
Love and War, you could put it in the sort of Margaret Rintoul category. Heavy old sort of design. Love and War, obviously a previous winner of the race a couple of times, I think. Won a couple of times, didn't it? And famous classic boat in Australia. So, but again, another one of those boats that's probably going to hit that the cauldrons, as we keep explaining it.
Yeah, I guess they've in fact won it 3 times. Looking at this little info, but it's an amazing boat, and they've still got 3 nights at sea. They're not going to be coming in until 31st of December.
Oh.
It's something. That's what it says on their time to go, which is
a long race, isn't it?
Yeah, long way to go. But yeah, it's good to see them up there.
So, I mean, the interesting thing about the whole race as at the moment is that we sort of, there's been a lot of volatility in it. It has been a few key boats at the top on the IRC, and at the moment they've been sailing for a couple of days, and now they've still got maybe a day and a half, 2 days to go to get home, and they're going to have to hammer to get the win. So you're going to be tired. Depends, if you've got the Radix Nutrition on board, you might be charging.
Oh, there we go.
But this is where ocean racing really comes down, where you're trying to.
This is the tough part.
Yeah.
This is where it's made and broke. There's no question there at all. And I think what would be good to do now is to throw the cat amongst the pigeons, as they say in the classics, and let's put our names on the line and let's keep looking at what you think's going to happen, boys. We touched on it off air, but
I think for me it still looks, for the line honours contenders, it looks light in Storm Bay this evening when they're going around.
Yep.
And I think they'll still tough it out going around Storm Bay, getting up to the finish.
Number one rule of Storm of the Derwent.
Get there before dark.
Before
dark. Sun goes down,
or before dinner's served, sort of thing.
Before Customs House, is closing.
Yeah, they sort of. I guess they've got 120 miles to go. They should get down there nicely. But yeah, just looking at one of the weather maps, looks a bit soft in Storm Bay this evening.
Yeah.
So
if they stay at 14 knots and then they got to go up the bay, they're probably 10 to 12 hours to go. Assuming
this is the thing though, Jay. Once you turn that corner, Storm Bay is tricky in the best of times.
You could be
The
sitting there
second
for
you
hours.
get into that do, and that can be a 12-hour episode.
Yeah.
Yes, we've all been becalmed in Storm Bay
Yes.
for hours.
I nearly
just,
took a steering wheel off and threw it in the water once.
But they call that steering wheel abuse, like racket abuse or something?
Well, yeah, I could hear the customs house. That's how close it was. Put it that way.
I got
4 hours we sat there, about 400 meters from the finish line.
I got in a world of trouble because we were going up the bay and it was just glassed out, and the owner said, all right, as far as I'm concerned, all watch systems are done. If you want to sleep, you can sleep, but if you want to push hard, you can stay on the boat, assuming we'd all go up. And I looked around, I went, see ya. I went down below, slept for 6 hours, and came back up just before they hadn't moved.
Oh, you're one of those guys, getting yourself fresh for the nightclub. We've all done
exactly
all
right.
sailed races with guys like that on board. Fantastic.
Well, I could see what was coming.
No, you're right. I mean, and people saying that they're going to be on deck from now until the finish, it's just not going to happen. You need rest.
Exactly
you need to be
right.
fresh for going up the Derwent.
Yep.
So I expect that the line honours contenders will still be resting some people downstairs,
Exactly
especially
right.
drivers and trimmers.
Yep.
But
100%.
I guess with IRC, it's really still up in the air. And I guess the best way to look at that is almost the division, like the divisional placings, and it's almost like which division is going to win out, because it's quite mixed up. Like, so if I guess one of the tenets of this race is you got to win the race, you got to win your division first. So you can only race against the boats around you,
Well, yeah, 100%. And I've never been one to shy away from sort of predicting, but I'm still in the celestial corner.
Oh yeah, me too.
Because of where they are in relation to particularly this afternoon. So the fact that they're below the cauldrons, they're going to have a lovely day sailing down the coast. I can tell you that much. So they're going to just be, nicely cruising down the coast of Tasmania, and we're going to see a major shake-up in the next couple of hours, I'd say.
Yeah.
So
well, I'm in the Callisto smuggler camp, but then again, I don't. Yeah,
the 50s, hey?
Yeah, 52s,
Wow.
sailed 52, but there's not a huge amount of. I don't know what their routing says. Would like to get some more onboard info.
Yeah. Just in case you're wondering, boys, it is going to be a beautiful day on the coast of Tasmania. Sunny, 25 degrees Celsius. So it absolutely looks like a glamour day. So, and if you look at the Bureau of Meteorology and just go straight off what they're seeing in Hobart, they're seeing, what are we, 6, 7, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7.
Is that what's that, knots?
Knots, yeah, knots. I'm getting to 9 p.m. to up Hobart 7 knots, midnight 5 knots. Yeah, so yeah,
It's tough.
yeah, but
I'm just watching again the live stream on Law Connect, and they've jibed twice in the last 8 minutes. They're right in on the shore near Wineglass Bay.
I love it.
If you scroll back through their thing, they're in a sort of a jiving duel with those other two boats. It's pretty cool. They're off Wineglass Bay for those interested in tourism.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Well, Tasmania loves it, Sam.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Tasmania, the east coast of Tasmania, absolutely beautiful part of the world, by the way.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we seem to have agreed to disagree on a couple of things, but agreed to agree on other things. We know it's going to be a cracking 12 hours. We know that there's a lot to play out with this fleet coming down the coast. It's just a matter of who gets out and breaks away. So I think that's the key to this, isn't it? Really?
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's going to be good to watch. It's great.
All right. Well, we'll have a lot more of an idea closer to the end of today when we.
Well, that's what we said last night.
Yeah, no. But we said it was all going to be up for play, and all the chess pieces have moved, so we'll see how they fall out. And we'll be back with our Sked 5 at just as it's starting to go dark, around 6 p.m, 6:30. We'll probably publish around that sort of time. But stay tuned. And if you're getting bored and you're wondering what's happening and you've forgotten what to do, then just jump onto disruptormarinemarketing.com.au and do the free trial and see how much it'll benefit your business. That's about it. Anything else, boys?
No. Have a lovely day. Enjoy yourselves.
Yeah.
Don't glue yourself too much to the trackers and their standings, Sammy.
I do want to throw it.
I will be going out and enjoying myself, but yes, enjoying lunch or whatever. Yeah, it's good.
Very good.
I do want to throw out a hypothesis. Is this the first Hobart where the cricket is finished before the line on
good
is?
One.
We'll come back to that with some more stats later on, because I was actually looking forward to watching some cricket in my days that I've found back in my life, but not to be for the next couple of days.
Well, they've done and dusted 2 days.
Well, there would have been a time when line honours, early on when line honours would take them 4 days, 4+ days, 6 days. So we know that it's only in the recent time that the sailing beats the cricket home, but not now. Things have all turned around. It's all changed. I doubt we'll see it again. Can't imagine that wicket they're burning that wicket from what I've heard. So.
Nice.
All right.
Rightio.
All right, everyone.
Very good. Cheers, lad. See you later, lads.
See you in a little bit.